Hello, welcome to my Divine Visions. Today I'm sharing on something incredible, profound. It is truth. Human beings often embody different belief systems and deities, and in a way, those are brief shape how they express themselves in the world. And the divines or the spiritual energy that individually resonate with can deeply influence their behavior, mindsets, and actions. It's fascinating to think about how these deities or figures, or whether Shiva, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, or any other, become very influential or internalize representations of qualities we aspire to, such as love, peace, wisdoms, or strength. For instance, Shiva embodies the balance of destructions and creations. Peace, sometimes he indulges chaos and the ability to transform even the most intense circumstances in a state of calm. This is reflected in how some people's one face with hardships or conflicts might excludes an incredible amount of peace, or resilience, almost as if they are channeling Shiva energy. Similarly, Krishna is often seen as the embodiment of love, playfulness, and compassion. And those who resonate with these energies might express deep love, joy, and connection to all beings. It's interesting to how we hold not just deities but also the influence of our parents, ancestors, and culture, shaping who we are today. Some might reflect the quality of their mother or father, their lineage, or the value they were raised with. And these influence becomes part of their identities and their expressions in the world. At the core, it seems we are all a blend of the energies and that resonate with us. Be it divine figures or the traits passed down through generations. And just as you said, we mentioned, it's a deeper connections with the qualities of those figures that determines how we react, behave, and express ourselves in different situations. It's a fascinating idea to think of ourselves as a mirror of different divine qualities and energies within us. In a world so diverse with belief systems, it's amazing to realize that underneath all the external differences, we are all tapping in the same universal energies. The way each of us express those energies may look different on the outside, but at the core, it's all part of the human experience. What do you think? Do you feel that people that consciously or unconsciously resonate or more with one particular deities, or like stereotypes of another, or like do we all embody different energies at different stages of our life. So what do you think? Is your opinion how you see yourself? Let me share something very interesting, truly deeply, connected with me. The concept that, everybody knew we're not physical being. We are souls, not physicals like, appearance, the way you look in the mirror. Suppose if there's no mirror, then you don't know how it's look like, isn't it? So when we see ourselves as souls, we begin to understand that our beliefs are not just about our current experience, but we're shaped by the accumulations of past lives, reincarnations, and the traumas we have carried through time. These traumas are not always visible. They live within us. Subtly, it's like, influencing our emotions, behaviors, and interaction with others. It's profound to think that we can inherit emotional wounds from past lives and even from our parents or ancestors. This concept is central in many spiritual traditions, that we carry not only our own traumas, but also the collective traumas of those who came before us. This is why you might see patterns of pains or behaviors that get passed down from generation to generations, and almost like an incredible change. We can't see that, invisibles, like trying us to pass hard, or we may not even fully understand. If this trauma is not acknowledged, or it doesn't go away, it stays within us in destructive ways. Sadness, anger, anxiety, all these emotions might appear, and yet the root cause could be something much deeper. This is why emotional healing and self-awareness are so critical. When people don't claim or even recognize their trauma, it leads to unsolved pain. For instance, someone who grew up in a home with emotional neglect might carry a sense of unworthiness throughout their life. And that feeling could manifest in destructive behavior, affecting their relationship, career, and overall well-being. In the same way, if a person doesn't address past trauma, they might feel disconnected or unable to fully engage with their own life. These cycles of unhealed traumas can cause a change, reactions, affecting the people around us. Be careful. For example, when someone is unable to heal their emotion wounds, they may unintentionally project those unsolved emotions onto others, leading to dysfunctions in relationships. It's like we become trapped in patterns that we don't know how to break, and this energy gets passed on whether we realize it or not. But the hope lies in recognizing these truths. We're not stuck. We have the power to heal, to break these patterns. The first step is awareness. realizing that we are more than our trauma. We are souls carrying with us the potentials for growth, transformations, and healing. This is where self-awareness or meditations, or therapies, and spiritual practices come into play. These tools can help us deeply that layer of pains, traumas, bringing us back to a place of peace and wholeness. It's incredibly powerful, empowering to think that by healing ourselves, we can not only transform our own lives, but also help to break generational cycles of trauma. It's like starting a ripple effort that spreads outwards and touching others in ways we may never fully understand. So, how do we break free from this cycle? How do we clear out the traumas and step into the light of our own true self? What step do you think could help people start that journey? Think about it. I want to raise a really deep and important point about the way many people today are living their lives. And it's true that in today's world, there is a strong focus on survival, earning money, paying bills, and securing material possessions. Many people seem to get caught in this cycle, often at the expense of their spiritual life. It's like they get swept away by the pressures and routines of modern life, leaving little times for introspections, devotions, or connections with deeper aspects of existence. At the same time, I think there's an element of truth in what you said about people not believing in luck or divine interventions. This mindset has become more prevalent, as people often feel like they are in control of their fates through hard work and personal efforts. However, in doing so, they sometimes miss the bigger picture, connecting with something larger than themselves. There's power in recognizing that our lives are not only shaped by our actions, but by unseen force, energies, or universal principles, depending on what you believe in. You may not know what you may have stolen tomorrow. There's no guarantee for you. So why do you rush? Just accept what it is. Many people don't feel the deep connection to any specific deities or path, because they don't see that relevance in their daily struggles. They may not feel like there is a direct relationships between the daily life and higher power, or they may not have been taught that the practice that make those spiritual connection feel real or tangible. But the essence of it is that life can feel like a race for material success, but there's so much more beyond that. Finding balance between spiritual and spiritual well-being is important. People may not have time to devote hours to spiritual practice, but even some acts of like connection. So whether through meditation, gratitudes, or simply being aware of the deeper part of our life, can create a profound difference. So what's key is finding the space to slow down. Think about it. Reconnecting with that inner peace, devotion, alignment, or even if it's just for a few moments each day. Let me give you a beautiful solutions. Yeah, the present moment is really all we have. And often we get catch up in either chasing future goals or regretting the past. But the truth is, the more we can be present and accept the flow of life, the more peaceful and fulfilled we feel. The idea of not rushing, not pushing ourselves too hard, and learning to be content with what is right now is so important. So many people, especially in today's fast pace, I would say, rat race wall, feel like they have to constantly strive for more, whether it's more money, more achievements, or more status. But in doing so, they miss out on the richness of the present. We can get so wrapped up in planning for tomorrow and that we forgot to live today. The key is balance, striving for growth, while also being grounded in the now. And as I mentioned, not being attached to outcomes or results and accepting where we are in this moment brings peace. Sometimes the most profound shifts happen when we let go of the needs for control and simply allow life to unfold. We don't need to have everything figured out. Just being open to life's flow can bring more wisdom, joy, and clarities than we realize. Do you feel like you have been able to embrace that mindset in your own life? Or is it something you continue to work on? I really suggest please work on yourself. No one is perfect. And it is beautiful that we are aware of that. The fact that we are working on ourselves show growth and self-awareness, and life is a constant journey of learning, evolving, and understanding ourselves better. It's important to recognize that it's okay to not have everything figured out, and the efforts we put into self-improvements, even if it is small, add up over time. Working on ourselves is not about becoming perfect, but more about becoming the best version of ourselves that we can be every single day. Even the moments of struggles or challenge are part of that growth. We are all in this journey together, learning to navigate life's up and downs. It's the willingness to learn and change that really matters. How do you feel like your journey of self-works is going so far? Or like, what areas are you focusing on right now? Think about it. Observe yourself. Where are you at? That will be a powerful approach, becoming the witness to emotions instead of like identifying with them. It's a huge step in emotional growth. Those emotional heights and lows, or what we call energy moving around, are all temporary state, and realizing that they don't define who you are is liberating. You are creating space between your true selves and the emotional wave that comes and goes. By observing them without judgment or attachment, you're practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, which allow you to respond to situations with clarity rather than reacting impulsively. This is such an empowering way to live, accepting the flow of life without needing to control it all. It can be hard at times, especially when emotions feels intense, but having that perspective, knowing that you are not your emotions, make it easier to navigate life's up and downs. It's like watching clouds pass by in the skies, and you can see them, but they don't control you. How beautiful. Let me repeat it again. It's like watching cloud pass by in the skies. You can see them, but they don't control you. Let me ask, how do you find moments of stillness or grounding in those emotional heights and lows? Does something specific help you stay centered? Just observe. It's observations in you. Absolutely, when we are in those slow moments, it's so natural to feel lost, anxious, or uncertain. But the skies, as we said, it's not just float in that confusion. It's important to wake up and realize that we're in control of how we respond to those emotions. Most people get stuck, not because of what's happening, but because they are overwhelmed by their feelings and forget they have the power to shift their state. Only 10 to 20% who do wake-ups and take actions are the ones who begin to understand that change doesn't happen automatically. It requires conscious effort. Just like you mentions, or we mentions, deep breathings, exercise, meditations, chanting, or even practice like japa, tapa are ways to transform our inner energy. These practices help shift the vibration, clear out mental clutter, and opens up to a new version of yourself. It's like you're turning your internal frequency to one of positivity and growth, instead of being stuck in negativity. It's so easy to expect happiness or success to just like fall into our laps, and it's the consistent inner work. The easy efforts we put, the real effort we put into ourselves that make all the difference. It's like gardening. You plant the seed, water them, give them sunlight, and with time, the result began to show. What has helped you shift from those low moments into a peaceful, more peaceful, grounded state? Have you found specific practices or routines that really help you, when you're feeling slow? What technique do you have to overcome those obstacles? Absolutely. There's something incredibly healing about being in nature. I love it. I just, go in the nature every day. I feel blessed. When you walk, especially in a calm, peaceful environment like a park, it's like you hit a reset buttons for your minds and body. The rhythms of working helps clear your head, letting go of all that noise. Nature itself has this natural ability to observe stress and replenish our energy. It's like the earth provides a grounding force that helps you reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. Sometimes all we need is that quiet space to just be, and it can bring out so much clarity and creativity. It's like a recharge for the soul. Thank you very much indeed for listening this.